Hello and welcome back. We're gonna sideboard now for game two, hopefully the last game. So I only got a minute, but the mana leaks are way too slow for vampires. The tumble magnets are actually a little slow, and never have one creature that you really need to kill. So we're gonna get rid of those. Vampire Nighthawks are actually good replacements. I know we're cutting our artifacts short, but I'm okay with that. Ratchet Bomb and Day are obvious, and so is Disfigure. Duress, there isn't as many enough targets, so we're gonna go with that. The life gain on the Nighthawk's fantastic. He's probably sighting out Arc Trails and possibly Lightning Bolts, but I doubt it. This hand ramp on turn two, some solid defense, and Day Judgment to blow him out. I think we're gonna keep this. Once again, it's not a nut draw or exactly what you want to see. It's definitely decent versus this deck though, so we're going to go ahead and hold on to this one. As far as what we're expecting vampires to side, I'm assuming Hexmage because he saw all the Planeswalkers, and possibly some Duresses and hand disruption, so that could kind of mess us up, our start up right here, so that's okay. They almost always have the turn one play of some type, so we'll get a tap land out the way since we have no turn one play. Excuse my obviousness, but you know, I want to make sure to kill any dead air, and you know, some people might not know, so we want to get these down so they don't come into play tapped later. Go ahead and Chalice. And hopefully we draw gas next turn. We really don't want to see any more land for the rest of the game even. I know it's unrealistic, but it's true. This deck might need to start sideboarding into the Royal. I'm noticing a few cards like Monument and a couple other things that have really been a problem. So we'll just go ahead and put this down because it doesn't come into play tapped later. We don't want the Day yet. In fact, we're just gonna go ahead and well, unfortunately we can't do our Nighthawk and Inquisition, and at this point I kinda want to get the Inquisition. I'm okay with, well, either he has the bolt and I waste my turn casting Nighthawk, and that is more devastating than taking 3 damage, so I'm gonna go ahead and Inquisition this turn. Yep, he had it. Well, he could kill it either way. I kind of want to get rid of the bolt because direct damage is more of a problem as far as like being on defense mode. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose bolt there. I'm surprised he left it and go for the throat. When he sees I'm playing a lot of artifacts, although he didn't see Tezzper from what I remember. Gas is pretty good here, but that's going to be useful too. So we got to get that down. We got a Day here. We just can't take the damage. Next turn we get to Nighthawk and Ratchet Bomb, which will force him to use his go for the throat. Obviously that's coming back. That card's going to be a problem. We need a Gideon, or he's going to have haste soon too. So Gideon is kind of our only answer at this point to that, which is a little bit of a problem. Well, that's actually going to be useful. That's going to be very useful. Get our mana right. I'm gonna die and take 2 more at least this turn. Maybe up to 4 if he had another Bloodghast or something, but he has to get that out of the way. And he whiffs with Duress, which is fantastic. So now we know he has a Go for the Throat in his hand, which he's got to use here. And we're going to put a counter on this. Probably keep it at 1 at this point. 2's not going to do us much good with the Bloodghast. We're going to start being able to... Oh, Tectonic Edge is actually a solid pull right there because it keeps off his Lava Claw. We'll go to... We'll get that down. We can't activate the tar pit, which is fine, and we'll just go ahead and blow up his Lava Claw now. And I'm gonna leave Ratchet Bomb there sitting at 1 for at least this turn, if not more. He's gonna need more removal, but I still need some gas in the form of Gideon or something. Without removal though, those 2 blood gas aren't gonna do much for him. Now he's top decking, so using the Ratchet Bomb here isn't a bad idea because he can profitably attack for 2 with those 3 on the board next turn, which he might do, and he's not going to take 1 from Lacerator. I can do it anytime, so I don't need to do it here, but we're definitely not putting a counter on that. At this point, we got to go for the beatdown. Fortunately, we don't have our black mana to activate both of them. We need 1 more black mana. But at least we do have the Tech Edge for Lava Claw. Land is not what we wanted to see, though. Luckily, the odds are he can pull some more land, though, because he's only sitting on... he's only seen 4, so he's got at least 18 left in there, which, you know, it's about 40% left of his deck. But so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just attack with the tar pit. We gotta leave the Nighthawk back so he can't profitably attack, and hope we draw something in the next turn or 2 that really makes his clock much shorter, because that's too long of a clock. He'll just fill up his board. Well, that is definitely a gigantic problem. That is the top deck of the century right there. We don't have time to get Ratchet Bomb to 3. That's a colossal catastrophe right there. We're gonna have to pop Ratchet Bomb for 1 and block and hope for an answer, I think so. I mean, he still doesn't have the land. I could take 6, but it's just not worth it. That was definitely rough. And he's being slow about it. We do have creeping tar pits to leave back. That is not lucky hands at this point. It's a little on the rough side. Inquisition is dead. What we really needed was a Gideon. Gideon or a Day. Although Day wouldn't even been good enough. We're in a tough spot with those blood gas. I have no way to exile in this deck. Tezzper would be alright because it would give us a strong blocker. Wow. And he is just top decking like crazy. Sometimes you get lucky. But that's alright. That's what Vampires does often. We'll see what he attacks with. Probably just the Ghast. We pretty much have to block, which sucks. He's gonna gain 2 life and do 2 damage anyways, and probably get the blood gas back next turn, so it's just kind of a last ditch hope. We gotta do it. And we'll see what we draw here, but oh man, if we could have just got that last turn. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Last turn just would have been such a better turn to have that. So at this point we just need a worm coil, a Jace to find some gas, a Tezzper will help drastically as a blocker. We need a way to keep Gideon alive, basically. Trying to think of the other ways. I mean, I need to gain life somehow. A Vampire Nighthawk would actually be okay because I can kill his Captivating and gain the life and net out correctly there. So, but he's definitely got the Gideon race beat unless I can draw something here. Wow, more strong gas. And oh my goodness, this game is getting good. So we need to leave the tech edge up. We're gonna go ahead and create a blocker here. We're in still a very tough spot as far as that goes, because the Highborns can do 4 damage, which is a lot. I still don't know if we can win this game. Well, let's see if I can -2 here. No, it's not gonna do it. So we gotta have him attack Gideon again, and we'll see where we go from there. Talking and figuring out the next 2 turns is not an easy task. And he's playing the let's click the mouse slow game again. Next turn though, if Gideon or Tezzper lives, we might be able to find the worm coil as a one of, which could be huge. It might be the only thing. That or a Nighthawk. We need some type of life gain, which obviously the deck does have. So blocking the Captivating will keep my Gideon alive. He gets to do the damage to me though. Puts me at 1, and depending on what he has, I could just be dead here. Oh. I need to learn the damn rules. And that's probably game. Gideon a turn earlier probably could have done it. So at this point, there's nothing we can do. Concede.